We got a bunch of exciting news for you today, including some stuff on Age of Imprisonment, also a rather major game. I think you guys would be really excited, rumored coming to Switch 2. More than that, we have updates on, unfortunately, a delay for one of my most anticipated games of this month that is now just going to have to be, I guess, one of my most anticipated games of the year. It's not a huge delay, but we got to talk about it. Like, there's just a lot to get into. So before we do, I just want to remind you, we are giving away 3 copies of Age of Imprisonment and 5 copies of Kirby Air Riders through 2 different giveaway links down in the pinned comment or the description. And let's go ahead and get to our first story here. And this might excite some people. Are you a fan of the Olympics, or are you a fan of the Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games? Well, there is a chance that at least Sonic's doing something with the Olympics because SEGA announced a new Olympic merch collab, reigniting hopes of Mario and Sonic comeback. So as we scroll down here, it says SEGA and the International Olympic Committee have today announced that they are teaming up on a new co-branded merchandising program featuring none other than Sonic the Hedgehog. The multi-year deal will see the blue blur cropping up alongside the Olympic rings in a whole range of merch planned for release next year. According to the official announcement, SEGA and the IOC will now explore opportunities to license the new designs for select merchandise collaborations. And you can see some of the designs being proposed here. This obviously has reunited conversations about the Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. IOC and Nintendo and SEGA had not renewed that some years ago, but it is possible that we now could be looking at those games possibly coming back in some form, or at least maybe a SEGA version. I would like to think they probably want Mario to be included, but hey, it's just an interesting story that's out there. There is a fact, like, there's going to be merchandising and stuff. Merchandising makes more sense if there's a game to help advertise it. So we'll see. That being said, how about Silent Hill 2 coming to Switch 2? Well, I got a juicy rumor for you. We're over on Nintendo Life here. So Silent Hill 2 may be coming to Switch 2 as its exclusivity window ends. The official website provides clues. So PlayStation 5 console exclusivity for Silent Hill 2 Remake ends on October 8th, and Bloober Team's SH2 webpage was changed to have 2 more platform slots, which seems to indicate Xbox Series X and S and Switch 2. Now, let's go look at this full post here over on X, because you got to see what's happening. So here's obviously the PC and PS5. And now, if you go to their website, you could check this for yourself as I did. They do indeed have some code going on for 2 slots here on the website. That would seem to indicate Switch 2 and Xbox Series X. There's not a lot of other platforms that you would be really throwing on there that would make sense. So kind of cool. Of course, Silent Hill 2 is an amazing game. So getting that over on Switch 2 would just add another cap in the feather to third-party support. And obviously, this one in particular, look, there was an exclusivity deal, so you had to wait till it ended. You know, we don't have to wait that much longer, though, how about basically a month from now, we will be playing Age of Imprisonment. We have a whole bunch of details thanks to a massive update on their official website. We have new art, we have character details, and we now have the English names as well. A lot of stories have gone out on this today, but they didn't include the English names because we didn't have them until about a half hour ago. So we're going to go over the original report, and then I'm going to show you Nintendo revealing the actual English names of the characters. So first off, Koei Tecmo updated the official Japanese website. That's where this came from. The screenshots heavily imply that 4 of the 5 characters shown should be confirmed as playable characters in battle actions. In addition, the 4 heroes are respectively coming from the same 4 major races. From Breath of the Wild, of course, being the Goron, Zora, Rito, and Gerudo. And we have some summaries on stuff. So first off, we have Argasta. Again, we'll go over the English names. This is just a translation right here. Obviously, it's the Goron. You can see he looks good. He looks really good. Here he is in action. God, man, this looks good, man. I'm so excited for Age of Imprisonment. Here he is again. Oh, man. And here he is again. So pretty cool stuff. Well, there's one more shot here with him with Zelda and another character we're going to go over here in a moment. But if you look at the description here, it says he is the head of the Goron, who is also a longtime friend of King Rauru. He is also known for his intellectual and broad-minded personality. Next up, we meet what, again, translated from Japanese is Kia. Pretty cool here. Looking pretty badass from the Zora, of course, using some water stuff in the Triton. Pretty badass. I mean, God, just looks so good. It looks so good. Stuff looks so good. And it says, is a princess of the Zora who excels in martial arts. Her daring and resolute way of fighting gives encouragement to her people. Next up, we have Krafika. This is a quick-witted warrior who has also become the head of the Rito tribe. Despite occasionally making vague speeches and conducts, Krafika is a strong sense of duty to care for friends. So here is the official art here. Looking Looking so good. Look at this. Obviously being very acrobatic and aerial because, hello, it's a Rito. That's pretty cool stuff. And then obviously we get to Aldi here. The fourth and last confirmed playable character is Aldi, the kind warrior who consolidates the Gerudo tribe. She will first appear serving under Ganondorf, who is a rare Gerudo male born once every 100 years. All right, so this is... I really love the design of the Gerudos in general. I just kind of always have. And here you are seeing her being in combat. So doing a really bad look. She got the heels and everything there, being a badass with this foot attack. And there she is again. And there she is again with other Gerudo ladies. All right. And then Aldi's also the only playable character in this batch to have a full face shown. So there's that. Then Lineria. Lineria is trusted by King Rauru to serve as Zelda's maid. Despite her gentle demeanor, she can finish her jobs quickly and also has a strong curiosity about mystical beings. So here is Lineria, a very unique design. Very unique, honestly, especially for Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Really, really enjoying that design. And then it says Lineria is also shown carrying a notebook at all times. However, she has fewer screenshots, but none of them showing her fighting in battles. Now, I did mention we have the official English names here, and I want to show you guys what's up because it comes from Nintendo of America's Instagram. So Argostan is the worldly chief of the Gorons. That's this guy here. Quia, I'm not really sure how you pronounce it. It's with a Q, though, instead of the K, is the Zora Queen and a skilled fighter. Rafika is the name of this person, or Rafika. Again, we don't know exactly how they're pronounced. Is a quick-witted leader of the Rito. And then this last one is Ardi, is a compassionate Gerudo leader. And I guess technically we have Linalia, again, I'm really bad at pronouncing, and we don't really know how it's pronounced. It's a Chamberlain who attends to Princess Zelda. So there you guys go. Some pretty exciting stuff when it comes to the world of Age of Imprisonment. I know I'm excited, at least. And you know what you should also be excited for? How about Red Dead Redemption 2 coming to Switch 2? Nate the Hate is out here letting everyone know that it still exists. So you're absolutely certain with full confidence Red Dead Redemption 2 for Switch 2 and Gen 9 exists. And he says, yes, they exist, but I have no update on the release timing. He previously has said that it would come out in 2025, but nothing has been announced or shown. And obviously... we all know that they kind of, go to the beat of their own drum. Rockstar does. So I guess we'll have to wait and see. Now we got to talk about Switch 2 dev kits. We have an interesting story coming from Kiwi Talks, who's interviewed hundreds of game developers. And he says the reason Nintendo is not providing dev kits, and this is to a lot of indie developers, is they are trying to lessen the shovelware problem Switch 1 has. They would rather indie devs just use Switch 1 dev kits in most cases. They don't want the Switch 2 eShop overrun with shovelware slop, and it also ensures the big third-party games get seen more on the eShop and don't get buried by shovelware. 2026 is the year of big third parties on Switch 2, and Nintendo wants to ensure they succeed as it creates a positive feedback loop for Nintendo. So expect the dev kit issue to continue for a good while. This is a deliberate tactic by Nintendo. He's obviously speaking as if he knows about some stuff behind the scenes. You scroll down to Switch 2 and 1 share the same shop. He says you obviously don't know that you could separate them on multiple pages on the eShop and on the website as well, which is true. You can combine the shops or you could separate them. It's very interesting, did you know you could select the Switch 2 eShop, Switch 1 eShop, and both? So yes, it does partially fix the problem. Again, obviously, you could just have Nintendo have better standards, but you could argue them not giving certain dev kits out to a bunch of indie devs could be them actually having those better standards. But again, obviously, dev kits should be widely available then to AAA third party, you would hope. Yeah, they're being intentionally limiting, and I guess it's because they want to focus on those big third-party games, especially next year. They really want those third-party games to shine on the shop and not get buried. Of course, Nintendo, you could just revamp the eShop and actually just make games easier to discover. That would solve the problem, too. There's other solutions to this problem that would be limiting. But, it's Nintendo. Now we got to get to an unfortunate story that it's sad because I was really anticipating this game, but also, it's better for the game. And that is about Mina the Hollower. So delay extravaganza the second, the tale continues. This week, our team made a tough decision. We decided to delay Mina the Hollower. The entire crew has been working tirelessly. The entire crew has been working tirelessly day and night to finish development for release on October 31st, but we're not quite here yet. There isn't a major delay. It's just a stretch of time to apply some final polish and balancing to make the game truly shine. That's the first paragraph here in their news section. And it says, with that said, we would like to apologize. Nevertheless, we will not waver on our commitment to quality. Our goal is to make sure our development team has the time and resources to deliver an incredible adventure, and we'll be giving you just that. No hollow promise. We don't want to announce another release date until it's submitted to the platforms, so please hang tight as we reach the finish line. The game is so close to being done. We're playing it from start to finish every day. In the final hours, this is what the crew is working on: finalizing design, art and sound, overall game balancing, implementing localization, eating cheese, testing on all platforms. Thank you for your understanding and patience. Sincerely, Yacht Club Games crew. So there you go. It kind of sucks. Mina the Hollower was my most anticipated game this month, actually, even more so than Legend ZA. But you know what? We're just going to have to wait a little bit longer. We do have Celia B scheduled on a podcast. She is the PR marketing manager for Yacht Club Games. She was supposed to come on a podcast later this month. We'll see if she's still going to do that or if we're going to have to push that back a few episodes, whatever works for her schedule and the schedule of obviously the marketing for the game. But we are looking forward to being able to talk and hopefully show more of this game to you before it comes out. But Mina the Hollower, you know, I know some things about the game. We had a meeting with Celia and Yacht Club Games at PAX West, a private meeting. And yeah, we have some stuff that I could talk about from the meeting, but some of the coolest things are the things that I can't talk about. They're doing something very cool with this game that I think is going to make people very happy. Remember, Yacht Club Games, they're the Shovel Knight people, right? They make great experiences, and they're doing something crazy that I'm really excited about, and I can't wait to actually talk about it. But for now, I'm under some NDAs and need to reel it in a bit. But Mina the Hollower is hype, man. I'm so excited. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am Nathaniel Rebel Jets from Nintendo Prime. And you know what? I'll catch you either tonight on my live stream or tomorrow on our next video. Also, go Brewers. I know I'm not wearing my Brewers gear right now, but they have a playoff game tonight I'll be watching while I live stream. Let's go, baby. Let's go up 2-0 on the Cubs because FTC.